Day in Sydney, Australia. Fiji ranks second now, just behind South Africa on the series standings. France dropping down after Wellington into 9th spot. Fiji starting the day with a 31-0 thumping of Samoa. France going down 7-17 to Argentina. Two to watch here. Bravo, leading point scorer in the World Series this year. And Julien Candelon, arguably France's most effective player, especially now, Greg Martin, that Thierry Bourahua, the captain, is no longer in the side.
Yeah, some wonderful players in the Fijians. If they're not unloading, they're supporting, and that's where Jerry Tuwai is probably their specialist. 2 tries in the first game where they beat Samoa 31-0.
Jerry Tuwai, 2 tries in the first game today against Samoa. Osia Kulinisau leads the team out. First game this morning, reached 200 goals kicked in World Series 7s. Picks the ball up, and the Fijian men will give their thanks to the man upstairs and their fans, as always, here in numbers. They love this team in Fiji.
This is virtually a home fixture. There are so many Fijians here today. The flags, there has to be 200 Fijians flags flying around the stadium.
They were there 2 hours before the gates opened this morning, waiting. Here's Pool C, how it shakes down. Argentina and Fiji on top at the moment. Big game this for France. Nick Bryant of New Zealand will referee the fixture. France needs a couple of its big players to stand up. Arthur Retier taking over the number 4 jersey from Thierry Bourahua.
Well, he's an 18-year-old. He's about to kick off here as well. Stepping into the playmaker's role. So much expected of him.
This one will drop on Kunatani. A good take. Very powerful side at restart time. Fiji, very tall athletes. Bravo at the base of the breakdown. Now Kulinisau. Expertly done on the cut and the offload to boot. Here's Fiji at their finest. Bao gets his pass away. Can you believe what you're seeing here? Of course you can. Jerry Tuwai gets his 3rd of the day.
32 seconds from kickoff to try. Incredible stuff. Textbook 7-a-side rugby. It was Bao was the one who set it up. See that Kulinisau, he went and go again, but this is Jerry Tuwai, who's the ultimate support player. Comes again, Bao. Wonderful stuff, and that's the key. The one-armed offloads while they hold a defender at bay. But Tuwai, he is the support player of the tournament, as he was last week. He loves a sniff and a try.
You talk about offloads, 4 Fijians in the top 8 offloaders this series.
Yeah, everyone calls them the Flying Fijians. I think they're great out wide. No, the offload is the key, and New Zealand have copied a lot of their style.
Vatemo Revolvo with the conversion from the sideline.
What a start. If they're not your major team, they're your number 2 team, the Fijians.
An explosive start for Fiji. Candelon watches on, waits. The restart is good. They get a tap back. Kulinisau throws it into midfield, and that's a loose pass and a loose catch.
Gee, that had an element of forward.
Nick Bryant says play on, and play on we do. Again, looking for support is Bo. Finds it. The pass is loose. 4 offloads so far in the game from Fiji. They have come to play here in Sydney, and Pio Tuwai now, this giant human being. Lucian gets just enough to knock it back, and then they lose it again. Still danger time for France. No one home there. Will come back for the scrum.
They're dominant in everything, even winning the scrappy ball gets. That should have been the French ball. They've got no intensity about them. I think the Fijians have got them blown away mentally as well as physically. Pio Tuwai just bruising through the centre. Laugel. You missed the first game. They went down, France, so they're desperate to win this one to stay in their pool.
Coach. Binds. Sit.
Romain Martial on this side of the scrum, but it's Fiji ball deep in the pocket. Stood Ralph Volvo. Takes two to put him down. Over the top came Arthur. Back into the hands of Jerry. Too wide, too much. 2 tries.
Too good, Jerry Tuwai. 4th try of this weekend. Not even 1.5 matches into the weekend. He's pegged 4 tries. I tell you what, Ravovo, from that scrum, there was nothing on. He went down the centre, and that's where it created the space. But Tuwai, such good vision. Too easy, Tuwai.
A brace in the first, now a brace in the second for Jerry Tuwai. 4 for the day. Top offloader this season in World Series events as well, but he's not offloading at the moment. He's taken them all himself.
He's got some monsters who do the soldier work for him, knocking defenders out, but his eye and his mathematical mind, he just counts them up and goes, that's where the space is. You reckon they're loving it? They are living for this, the Fiji fans.
When Fiji turn up to tournaments in this sort of mood, there's only one way to stop them, and that is to get up in the face. You've got to put a guy on the ground.
They learned a lesson last week in that semi-final against South Africa where they got spanked, and they've obviously worked hard this week. Here come France, Lagel.
Gets the pass away, Romain Martial. Back to Steve Barry. Now Lagel jumps on the loose ball, but he's got trouble in the form of Semi Kunatani. Still they recycle France. They were looking for the offload, but Martial unable to link up. Lagel. 2 in front of him. Good strength from Lagel, but it's a maul call. They get the ball back. Steve Barry. Look for the pass. Found half a chance, and then an inside ball and good support as Retier gets away from one. Can't get away from the next.
Oh, that clever 18-year-old.
Turnover is made. Guess who? Goodbye. Savanatha Rawatha is motoring. Can they get him? Yes, they can. What cover defence? He's back up.
I think that's a try.
We'll have a look. Try is given.
He released and went again. No problems.
We'll take nothing away from Martin Laveau. Hasn't played for France since London 2014-15. Have a look at the cover work here. Usually in a situation like this, you just say, see you later.
Well, Rawatha, he only motored slowly, and then he went, oh my goodness, they're prepared to chase, and that's where they caught him. No worries, you have to release the ball, and then he went again. Not a problem.
Savanatha Rawatha, 58th try in World Series play.
He tried to conserve energy, and it almost cost him a try.
Takes his season tally to 16.
Oh, lovely.
And that is some kick. Ravovo extends his lead at the top of the point scorers table.
Good knowledge of the laws and well applied by Rawatha. Well, it would have been embarrassing if he missed out, because for the first 20 metres, he was in a canter. Yes, another try for you Fiji fans.
Lagel takes the kickoff. France have come up against a fearsome Fijian side here in their second match of the day. Bolt trying to get away. In fact, it was Steve Barry. Candelon, wobbly pass from him. Picked up, there's another. This is a hiding. Oscar Colinisau, the captain, goes in.
What a first half. What a performance. So switched on, and the French are getting blown away. Colinisau. What was going on? Was it Martial who let this go? No, it was Lagel there. There's Martial. What was that, a back kick for no reason?
It slipped out of Candelon's hand.
Oh, please explain what was going on. Colinisau, the beneficiary.
Conversion is good, and the sweetest sound the French have heard so far today is the halftime whistle. They are under the pump. Fiji 28-0 at the break.
Il faut aller plus vite. Il faut aller plus vite, ça va trop lentement. Les 2 premières mains sont trop lentes. Le 3e est à plat pour pas mettre de vitesse. C'est ça notre jeu. On a des ballons, hein. On a les ballons sur coup d'envoi, ça fait 3 d'affilée le premier. On maîtrise mal le ruck là-bas, mais c'est bien, c'est ça qu'il faut faire. Donc on a des ballons. On a dit que ces matchs-là, il fallait les jouer. Donc les ballons, il faut les jouer avec nos forces. Nos forces, c'est vite derrière le rock. Les deux premiers, vite en main. Le troisième, profond.
Partner, when you haven't got the ball, when you have got the ball, we stretch this lot, you'll tear them apart. Don't turn into this. Give them that. Sets? Good one.
Well, let's sum up the huddles. I'm pretty sure Ben Ryan's single message might well have been, keep it up, lads.
Keep the discipline. All that stuff that we put into work at training this week to explain what happened last week, job done. Whereas the French, at one stage there, Pomerel, their coach, was showing them where their try line. We need to be running that way. There's no clear evidence they had any idea where the try line was. At no stage did they threaten the Fijians.
Well,
you see how far apart they were too, and their heads were down. Long way back from here.
Two new players in the side this week who weren't here in Wellington. The loss of their captain, very inspirational man, Terry Buhrakwa. He was their best line breaker, their best try scorer, their captain, their organiser. Ranked second on the point scorers list this season. That is one player you don't get over.
It's torn their heart out. He used to score the easy tries, but he would have scored one at least in that first half. They don't have that anymore. They got a long way to go, France.
Bartemo Ravovo gets us underway in the second half. Claimed and claimed well by Martial. Now into the hands of Steve Barry. Just caught short of the halfway line and thought he'd have another crack, and that was a mistake. Viliami Mata makes the tackle, though he's penalised for not rolling away.
He was pummeled there, Barry.
It's a hot day here in Sydney. Hotter as the day's going on as well. The day dawned a bit grey and a bit wet, but not here. It's blue skies all round, and there's another penalty. This time for holding on. Cannelon is losing it out there. Frustration is showing. Danger time. Colini So fakes 1 and 2, and still they find support players. Ravovo. Round the corner, ball from Ravovo. 5 short of the 22. And there's another. It's a magic act. It's not a footy team. There's another.
This is wonderful.
Tickets, please. Just maintained possession, Vitimalua. Out to Ravovo. Goose step from him. Now the cut. Oh, how about the change of direction? Colony Sal gets 2.
Oh boy. Colini Sal, so often he just trots in an easy one, but he had to do the work. There was nothing on after he came inside Ravovo. So they're 2 on 2. The defence has got them marked up. Yes, you come in on the inside ball, but you're covered. No, you're not. Lavu had no idea what Kalinisau just did to him. He's looking at the big screen going, how did that happen? Kalinisau, brilliant. Watch this. Bang! You can't go out like that in that space of time. Nice play.
I'm going to put it out there. Ringling Brothers have got some competition. This is the greatest show on earth.
The last 60 seconds, some of the nonsensical passes that have gone on and stuck, they deserve that try. Worked hard. Fijian magic.
35-0. Ravovo. Shallow restart. This one is claimed again. Vitimalua got his pass away. France just guilty of standing off the tackles. Vitimalua again. Fending at will. Oh, no, one off the deck this time. Stop it. Viliami Mata.
Whoa! What a ball. We thought we'd already seen it all, and then they bring out another. Of course, they're in no danger. You can do whatever you like at this stage. Nothing to lose. It doesn't matter, but that was pure magic. Have a couple of looks at this. It's all over. Look at that. Look at these. That one arm, always. Whoa. That's what they work on at training. That's clearly what they've been operating at, trying to get better at from last weekend, and it's worked. What a game.
6 tries, all converted. 42 plays zip. And this time, now Sila get some of his own medicine. Back to Arthur Retier. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Arthur.
I don't know.
Perhaps not. Turned over at the breakdown. Trouble at mill here for France again. Ravovo! One fake, one step, one direction, and I don't talk about the band. Hat-trick for Vatemo Ravovo.
But dummy and bend and then take off. You've got to have three components. You've got to have a brain. You've got to have some power, and then you've got to have speed. And he's got all three. Look at him go. It's just like a little trick that he plays on them. There was nothing on but the acceleration after he'd bended. Quite extraordinary, Ravovo.
Conversion successful. Fiji 49.
Conversion is good. 7 converted tries. Vatemo Ravovo.
We've got to remember, this is France they're playing. And they are just intimidating them with their speed, power, and also their thoughts.
Taken from the restart. France
Penalty.
cannot get their hands on the ball. They get a reprieve through Nick Bryant.
Had to let. That is the first penalty they've conceded. No, second they've conceded. Had to let release the ball after he went down. Have a look at the joy on his face. There's no one can catch you. You're right, Ravovo.
Chance now for Gruckling. It's a ball inside for Sacha Valliot, should we say.
Oh.
And then this one is lost forward. That's the last thing France need. Look at the interplay in this Fijian side. And the support, as always, there and on hand. A rare turnover at the breakdown and picked up by Retier. Aikadi. Staying in support of Martin Lavaux. Picked up by Valliot. And he steps around a couple. Maybe France have got one of them. No. Turned over 5
Here
out.
comes a try.
On an intercept play. That's an accidental knockdown by Virgie Bruni. Won't matter. Fiji in possession. And there's players everywhere. France having to get back. Mothinithagi sets the ball. That's turned over. It's Retier again. Lavaux gets a good ball around the back. And Arthur Retier for the corner. Try France.
Oh, they've done it. Oh, they blew one before in the middle of the field. When Valliot ran on his own and just ran out where he didn't realise where he was. But Retier, he is their best player at the moment, replacing their captain.
Fiji 49 lead France 5.
Have a look at him. He got off the ground here to take that return pass, cruising all the way. All the same, nearly got caught, had to dive to finish it. Gutsy finish, but there's no time and there was no way they got any chance of winning. All Fiji, but Retier puts them on the board. Oh, he gets to blow his trumpet.
That's the great thing about sevens. Your team's on the end of a 49-5 scoreline and you're still loving life. What a great time to be alive.
But it's all the Fijians. Second win of the day. First one 31-0 against Samoa, now 49-5.
49-5 with a restart to come. Still, maybe another chance for Fiji here.
Oh, he hasn't even taken the conversion attempt yet.
Oh, here we go.
The Jaffa got lost somewhere.
Jeremy Aikadi cannot convert. And the mercy rule applies. 49-5 the final score. Fiji with a masterclass in their second game of the day.